Let's go right back to the phone lines and talk to a gentleman who's been very patient with us, and he's going to be, I think, involved with some high school sports coming up this fall, maybe, huh?
Maybe. I don't know. They're losing enrollment. That's what I hear every year.
Brad Bush, the head coach over at Chelsea High School, one of our favorite coaches in the area, and does a phenomenal job with that program. Hi, Coach. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Great. Glad to have you with us. So it's good to be here at TKA, and we're going to be bringing a lot more of the flavor of high school football here in the fall, and we hope you'll be a part of it.
Yeah, I'm glad you guys are going to be able to have the games on TKA. I'm excited to have high school football having a bigger audience.
Yep.
We'll try to get to you, Coach, before the 5th week this year.
Yeah, well, we got to win some games to prove to you guys.
No, we'll be out. I think we're working every angle to be out there at your opener over at Ryerson.
Yeah, we just talked to the gentleman that runs the whole big day prep showdown, and obviously, Coach, you've got a nice matchup to kick the season off with now an SEC rival, the Huron River Rats.
Right. This is the 4th time we've played in that game out of 5 years. I think we've played in it more than anybody else. Our kids have always had a great experience, and in the past, we've played Novi and Ypsilanti. This would be a nice way to start it off, and they have a very good team coming back, new coach. So it'll be kind of new, and it'll also be a great challenge.
And 2 of the top players in the area with Jeremy Jackson out of Huron, and of course your own running back Nick Hill.
Right. No, Jeremy's a great player. We've played him now. We played him last year, and we've obviously seen him all 4 years. So he's a great player, and obviously Nick is, in my opinion, the best player in the area. I mean,
he's the best I've seen in a long time in this area, that's for sure, at the running back spot.
And, Nick Hill is fun for us because he came in the first year we did high school football, right, Al? Is that right?
First or second year, but he was the first freshman, is that right, Coach, to play at Chelsea?
He's the only one that I know of that did, and, I remember really hesitant to bring him up, and, he came out there the first day of practice, and I think we were about 20 minutes in, and I turned to somebody, I can't remember, one of our assistants, and I said that he's going to be the guy. I mean, there was no mature. He's always been very mature, and he's a tough kid. He's been a rock. He started 36 straight football games, which is kind of amazing when you think
tough
about
kid. Well, and we've followed him his whole career.
Yeah, and we've had him on a few times when we've done the show from out there in Chelsea, and just a nice young man, very mature, as you say, for a young high school.
He's a great leader, and I think that he's going to have a great senior year, but somebody's going to get a heck of a football player here in another year too.
Now, let me ask you that, Coach. Does the recruiting push start? I mean, are you involved with that? Do you have to fend offers, and is that part of what you?
That every kid is different. Clearly, in some cases, the coach is very involved, and in some cases, it's a family decision. I think that his family has certainly kept me in the loop, but it's going to be a decision that Nick and his family make. But in the spring, the evaluation period is a month long where coaches can come to the school, and technically they're not supposed to meet with the student-athlete, so they meet with the coach. So this spring has been busy. I mean, it's been
yes, there's a lot of interest in young Mr. Hill.
Yeah, and there should be, and we have a lot of other guys that can play as well. But I mean, certainly he's a premier recruit.
And doesn't that help too, Coach? When you have a player like Nick Hill, that all the recruiters are watching him, they might see players they weren't aware of, or they might see things in players maybe they didn't know about, and help them get recruited as well.
It does, and the other thing is people forget how it's a small community of guys that coach college football. I've had a lot of guys that have been in the bigger schools that maybe we don't have another guy that can play for, but they'll see a kid and they may contact someone at a 1AA school or Division II school and say, I really like this kid, whatever school it's at. And so there's no question that when you have guys that are high-profile recruits, it helps other guys get a look.
Right. And again, it's nowadays with all the media that's surrounding us.
The coaching network is phenomenal.
Yeah, it really is.
There's no question. The last 5 years recruiting has changed so much. I mean, it's incredible how much more information is out there, and frankly, how much more people want to know about it. I mean, it's incredible how much it's changed just in the last few years.
And you had really a little experience on the other side with your time at Eastern Michigan. That was going to be one of your roles, right, as a recruiting coordinator?
I was there for 9 months, and we went through a full recruiting season as a recruiting coordinator. It was a great experience. And so, I've been on the other side, and I think that I have an appreciation for the job that those guys have to do and how they have to evaluate and make decisions on, whether to offer a kid a scholarship or not.
Now, how busy is your summer coming up, Coach, with the kids? Can you do anything before summer, or, the August practice starts?
Well, we do. We do a lot of stuff with our quarterbacks. We can work with 3 guys at a time right now, and obviously we have our strength conditioning program going on, which happens every day. And then we run 4 different camps: a youth camp and camp for offense and defense during the summer, they're only 3 days long. But then we have our strength conditioning. The state allows us 7 days where we can do passing leagues as an entire team, and so it's busy. It really is.
Now, do any of the players, Coach, work with you in the youth programs as far as the youth camps?
They do. Our youth camp is a week long, and we'll have about 150 kids there, and I'll have probably about 15 of my seniors that will help run it, and they do a great job. It's a great experience for the young kids, but it's probably even better for the older kids, the seniors, to get to work with those young kids.
Well, and obviously, Coach, we love coming out to the community of Chelsea. It's one of those, we always call it a football town, where Friday nights and
we get a private room in your press box.
Well, that's beside the point.
That's what we really like.
There's a small plaque that we're going to put up outside. We're going to name it after you 2 guys.
Boy,
you didn't even ask for money to do that. That's pretty good.
I haven't asked you yet. I'll ask you.
Not yet, anyways. Yeah, but yeah, the fact that you guys raised the money for the new turf, and it's just a fun atmosphere out there in Chelsea. We're looking forward to bringing.
Jim likes it, Coach, because there's no other lines on the field.
Yeah,
he doesn't get confused.
It's a football-only field. That's exactly right. But
That's
right. We're going to do a lot more with the high schools in the fall, Coach. We'll talk to you more about that as the summer goes on. But we're looking forward to the Big Day Prep Showdown. Hopefully doing your game, but you're going to be there playing Huron on Saturday. And I know you got a lot of work to do this summer to get ready for it. But we're going to look forward to being a part of that and keeping you as one of our insiders in the high school sports scene.
Okay.
All right, Brad Bush. Hey, have a great summer. We'll be in touch, and we'll see you soon.
Okay, guys. Thanks.
Okay.
Thanks, Brad.
All right, we'll take a break. We'll come back.